Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Hales and I make videos about the books that I'm reading. I am going today to be talking about the Kindle Paperwhite, the new one. I did an unboxing last month for the Raspberry Kindle Paperwhite, and I still have my old Paperwhite, and I'm just going to talk about the differences that I've seen as I have been using the new one. So I still have the box, and for the most part, everything that comes with like all the new tech aspects are mostly the same. The only difference is that now the display is 7 inches as opposed to like, I think it was like 6.8 something or 6.9 something. So it's not a huge difference. So you can see when you hold them up that the Paperwhite, the new one, is just slightly bigger. It's rounder. I don't know how much I like that. The corners of the screen are rounded, whereas over here they are square, they're pointed. I guess they're somewhat rounded on here, but they look more like a point, whereas you can really tell that there's a curve on the corner of the 12th generation. And I bring that up not because it's just a difference in the aesthetic, but it really has, I think, impacted how much I'm reading and the way that I'm reading things. The screen almost seems more seamless, like as I'm reading it, I'm not paying as much attention to the fact that I'm reading a book. I don't know if you feel this way as well, but I feel like when I'm reading, if I don't get sucked into the story, then I am very aware of the fact that I am reading a book. Like, I know, and I keep thinking about the fact that there's a book in my hand and I'm reading words on paper. Whereas when I am actually absorbed in the story, I zone out and I am in the story. And when I'm seeing the scenes in my head playing out like a movie, my brain isn't recognizing that I'm reading in the moment, even if afterward I know. Because, I mean, I know, but because that sounds so weird. But like, I've always been like that. Like, I feel like I get so absorbed into what I'm reading that I am not paying attention to the fact that I'm turning a page, or that I am like thinking about when something happens, like that was a plot device. I'm in it, I'm seeing it like a movie, like I'm in like a fly on the wall kind of situation. So with the Kindle and the rounded edges, it has been more of that experience. I feel like I get sucked into the book quicker, and I don't focus as much on like trying to get into it, especially when I feel slumpy, which is weird. You'd think that changing the curvature of the corners on a device wouldn't impact your reading, but I think that it really has. And then I thought when I opened the box, when I was holding the box, that the 12th generation was heavier, but actually the Paperwhite is heavier. So this is a little bit lighter in your hand. I don't know how noticeable. This feels a lot heavier to me now than holding this one. Like if I switch them, there's a weight to this that this just doesn't have. And it's not a huge difference, but I can feel it as I compare them. And it's made holding this up, if I'm laying in bed doing something, feel easier. So it's really a lot of little things that I've been noticing, like the weight and the curved edges, but it's leading to a more enjoyable reading experience. I will say that if you think that you're going to upgrade from the 11 to the 12, you will need to get a new clear case because the size difference is enough that your old case is not going to fit. There is just barely a difference, and I was so hopeful that I could use the old case and not have to order anything new and could really just switch everything over quickly, but that was not how it happened. I did have to order a new clear case, which is fine. People have already gotten, like, the cases are on Amazon for the new size, and Kindle inserts for the new size have been already put on Etsy. I ordered one. It's so cute. This one is just for Christmas. I don't think that I can show you what it is because it is super inappropriate and that would probably not do good things for my channel. I don't know if YouTube flags content that is seen in the video, probably, because we've all heard YouTube horror stories. But you will need a new clear case. I would suggest ordering them together because I didn't. I had to go back and order the case like the day after, and I did not like using it without a case. I think it's just because I've gotten used to having that extra little added thickness, having a pop socket on it, but I was not having a good time trying to read on the new one without the case and pop socket. So if you're used to having a pop socket, definitely make sure you order those either before you take the plunge and order the new device or when you order the new device, because I personally was not having a good time trying to use it in those couple of days that I was waiting. My voice is getting wonky. I am in fact sick again, so it's been nonstop for 3 months. And then I will say that the new Paperwhite, I mentioned this, I think, in the other video, it's not as glitchy. It was, I think I just commented on that when I opened it, turned it on, as I was just unboxing it and setting it up for the first time. But the more that I use the device, the more I'm like, this is not glitchy. This isn't, when you go to turn the page, it doesn't, like, I haven't had any hesitation. I haven't had the device do that, like, stutter thing that it does sometimes, where you can really tell that the page is turning, that it almost feels like the page turn animation from the Kindle app. I've had none of that. I had one moment where the device kind of freaked out, glitched a little bit, but it was on the Kindle store, and it like the whole screen shifted. It was weird, and I think that it was just because I had just turned it on and it was like, ooh, gotta wake up, gotta jump into action. Like it was not totally caught up. I might have turned it off when it wanted to to load that page or something. So it did that once, but that was the only time that it's done something like that, which is fantastic. I thought that it was going to be more like the one that I have, and it has not been. I am really liking the way that the tech has improved. Now, if you've had the issue that I had, that was what was first frustrating me about the 11th gen, where if you go out in public, you're outside, you're in the sun, and your Kindle no longer gives you the warm light option. I can enable the warm light. I keep mine on all the time because I prefer it. I feel like it's easier on the eyes. But when I would be at the pool, it was non-existent. It would let me adjust the warm light. It would let me turn it down. It would let me turn it up. But the warm light did not work in the sun. I have not had that issue with the Paperwhite that I just got, the 12th gen. I haven't had it in the sun yet because I've had it only while being sick. I haven't been to the pool in months. So that is still something that I'm gonna have to see if it's going to be an issue in direct sunlight. But I'm not sure that I'm gonna take the new one out into direct sunlight and heat. It's not hot in Florida right now, but it will be. So I'm not totally sure because I do have the old one. It's super glitchy, but my mom used it on the plane a couple weeks ago. I guess it was just 2 weeks ago. But she used it. She didn't have any issue with it. And it makes me so mad when I use it and I have no issue because I'm like, then why did I buy a new one? Why did I have to get a new one? But it is a big step up. I'm glad to have it work when it does work. But I know that that white screen of death is going to come back. I know that it's going to, if I take it out, it's going to freeze the second that it gets even slightly warm. So using it in our air-conditioned house or on a cold plane when you're up in the air and it gets cold, it's going to work a little bit better. But for the purposes that I needed it for, it was not working. So it's fine. But all in all, I am super happy with the purchase that I made. I think that it was a fantastic investment. I use it every single day. I use it multiple hours a day. So I know that I am the one driving it into the ground, but at least I know that I'm getting my money's worth out of it. And it's going to continue to work the way that it should currently. Plus, it's under warranty. So I am super happy with how it has been working since I got it. If you're also having the white screen of death issue with your old Paperwhite, or you're experiencing the warm light issue or anything of that nature, I do recommend a good upgrade if you need one. But that is really all that I have for this video. The differences in a lot of the other aspects are very minute and I don't think worth touching on, but the big ones definitely. But yeah, that's it for comparing the 11th gen to the 12th gen. I will see you in the next video. Happy Bookmas, and I'll see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. Bye!